messieurs, bienvenue chez Piëch Automotive. Ladies and gentlemen, dear colleagues, welcome to Piëch Automotive at the Geneva Motor Show. You can imagine we are really excited and we are happy to see you all here coming to our booth. And it's not only the first time for our brand, it's on top of that the first time for a brand new car. We will see in some minutes. Our sports car is lean and puristic, and that's the way we also would like to do this small press conference. And I'm happy to welcome both CEOs of Piëch Automotive on stage. Please welcome Mr. Toni Piëch and Andreas Stark-Reitschitsch. Please join me, gentlemen. So Toni, I will start with you. We have a new sports car. What make it so special, and when did you start to create it?
The idea came 3.5 years ago, and the idea from the beginning on was to create a classic and puristic sports car that is timeless, at the same time modern and has an electric drivetrain. In a time where autonomous driving is all the rage, we're looking at a product and a brand that is driver focused, and hopefully a product that we can enjoy every minute driving it.
There's a lot of technology built in to support the driver. What is the product philosophy behind that?
The product philosophy is to keep the driving as direct as possible and use the technology as late as possible for safety functions, and that's it.
So thanks a lot. And Andrea, you are not only the co-founder, but you're also the creative director of Piëch Automotive. And we are all keen to hear what is about the team involved in this effort.
About the design team. I took care about the design team, so the inspiration was clearly that we catch the beautiful forms and shapes of the classic cars of the 60s and the 70s, and we try to transport this one into a timeless product, contemporary, that you can still love in 20 years' time.
So now we're coming back. We all learned that this is a classic sports car, which is not retro, but it's modern interpreted. And just coming back, you mentioned the manpower of the design team, but how can you tell us something about the people involved in total?
We have a very lean, small core team, consists of 20 very experienced people out of the automotive industry. There's another 200 external specialists.
And this team created not only a car, they created as well a modular structure. So what is the story behind that?
The modular architecture follows the business model, which is very lean, adaptable to new variants. In short, we can do different kinds of drivetrains. We are starting with a fully electric drivetrain, but the architecture can do combustion, hybrids, fuel cell hybrids, and different variants of that.
Lea, you already mentioned it, and Toni, now the question is, we are talking about a timeless car, not only in terms of design, we are also talking about that this car can be kept up to date. How does it work?
Special about this car is that it's updatable not just on the software side, but also on the hardware side. A lot of the components, both on the battery and on the IP side, are updatable.
And one question I think is very interesting for you, especially being here, is when will the car come and what will it cost?
About 3 years' time, and it will cost between 150 and 170 euros. 1,000 euros, sorry.
So, Rhea, you are a car enthusiast, and on top of that, you also like to drive. So, when do you think the car will hit the road the very first time?
Our first running prototypes we have by end of the year, and once the winter is over, we are looking forward to hit the Nürburgring, Nordschleife, very famous one. Looking forward to that.
Thanks a lot, both of you. Later I have some work for you to do, but now I would like to invite a guy on stage, our head of engineering, Klaus Schmidt, and he knows really how to create driving pleasure. Am I right?
Big fair in saying this, yes. One of the main characteristics of a sports car is the real low seating position on one side. On the other side, the weight distribution should be more in direction rear axle, means we we decided to have a distribution by 60% on the rear axle and only 40% on the front axle. This allows a quite sportive characteristic.
So as you mentioned, you can feel this easier.
Sorry, I like to explain a bit more. Therefore, we decided not using a skateboard platform for the solution for the battery. No, one pack of the battery is assembled at the rear axle, including 2 electric motors in the rear axle, while the second battery pack is in the middle tunnel, and in front of the car we assemble a third e-motor. What's the matter? we assemble a third e-motor on the front axle.
Yeah, and I read and I heard something about a very spectacular number, 4.40. What is about that?
The information you got, Peter, is correct. We are working for the Piëch Mark Zero car. We are working with brand new battery cells, and indeed the complete battery pack, 80% of the capacity, can be charged in less than 5 minutes.
Okay, car is fast, we learned. It has a sporty behavior. You can charge it record-breaking fast. But tell us something about the range. How long can I drive?
With the installed capacity, battery capacity, based on WLTP, this car can achieve 500 kilometers.
And thermal management, very important, especially if you do the fast charging. What about that?
Correct, Peter. Besides the amazing fast charging time, this battery cell doesn't increase the temperature dramatically during the fast charging. We are talking about only a few degrees. Means the cooling system for this battery pack is only an air-cooled system. This solution helps us to reduce the weight by more than 200 kilograms. So in total, the vehicle has a curb weight by around about 1,800 kilograms.
But not only the battery helps and this smart system and this thermal management, on top of that the construction for the car is also very lightweight.
For sure, we designed, for example, a specific aluminium space frame, and the bodywork means the exterior is done with lightweight material, for example.
Yeah, and today we don't only have 2 world premieres, that means new brand, new car. We also have 2 partners. We just communicate right now today. And the first partner is a very well-known, not very well-known, but very, very innovative company. And I'm keen to hear what are these guys, how can they create this kind of fantastic battery solution?
How they can create, we should ask them. But we are really proud that we found on one side Destin Group Ltd. Destin is developing the battery cells and will be our supplier for the battery later on. Destin is located in Hong Kong, and their R&D center is in Qingdao, China.
Yeah, and for the charging you can see these beautiful wall box, which will be, by the way, later on also available to our customers. And this is created by a company who is a world leader. Who is the name? Who is it?
It's also true. Fortunately nearby Qingdao, there's another company located called T-Good. T-Good was founded by some German and Chinese engineers, and in the 2004, and in the meantime, they are the biggest charging station suppliers worldwide. They installed, as I know, more than 210,000 stations already in more than 300 cities. And this company will also help us and support us for producing private fast charger. So that means each customer is able to have this charging system in his garage or wherever he wants to install it.
So again, all about power, all about speed, but we didn't mention how powerful the car itself is.
We forgot it.
Oh yeah?
How can this happen?
I don't know.
As I mentioned, the car is equipped with 3 e-motors. 2 are on the rear axle. That's a synchronous type. Each of them can deliver 150 kilowatt. On the front we have also an e-motor. That's an asynchronous type, also 150 kilowatt. So therefore we are talking in summary 450 kilowatt. That means those more than 600 horsepower plus all the other effort we spend for this car should guarantee to drive a really sports car.
So, thank you, Klaus, for the moment. As I said, we keep it lean and clean, but now you have some work to do. You guys, you can give me the mic. Now it's time to see the car, and therefore I kindly ask Toni there, our designer Laszlo Varga, the young guy with the tie. He is the guy who made this beautiful car. You go beside the car, and before they unveil the car, I would like to thank you for being here. You are at the starting point of an interesting journey. We are going with Piëch Automotive in the next years. And if you, throughout the fair, get tired or whatever, want to relax, our booth is open for you. Enjoy your time in Geneva. And now it's the car enters the stage. Go.
Light coming. Good. And no beautiful girl inside? Something wrong.
Besucht mein Blog Petrolhead.ch, abonniert meinen Kanal oder klickt hier, um ein anderes Petrolhead-Video zu schauen. Hat euch das Video gefallen? Dann freue ich mich über Daumen hoch. Danke!